Okay, awesome.
So we're going to go ahead and start. I know many of you are going to have friends. This thing is exploding. It's going everywhere. They're going to be joining as we do this amazing Thursday lunch and learn with our beautiful friend, Jeni. And she, just so you guys know, and gals, this is really a true go give thing. They get nothing from this other than just knowing they're giving their heart and passing on the Mary Kay legacy. And I want people to know that, because that your time is probably the most valuable thing you have. And so I think that's so important that you know that. And you're welcome to share this. It takes me about 24 hours to get the recording up. There is a Lunch and Learn Facebook page. So if you want to go back and watch previous ones. Now, listen, I've been doing this, I don't even know, probably a year and a half, 2 years, that it's kind of boomed and taken on. It's all different divisions, from signing your agreement to national. Anybody can be part of this. So if you're new, welcome. We're so happy you're here, and you're always more than welcome to share with anyone in your Mary Kay family. And I don't know, power partners or whatever. Okay. Your team, whatever. Give me 24 hours.
24 hours.
If there's any literature, anything you need, usually it's posted in that Facebook group. If you're watching, if you go to my YouTube, it's Jennifer Enlow. So you'll probably get it there first. But no, if you're watching something from a year ago and you ask me, hey, Jeni, can I get that script or that whatever she had? My answer is going to be probably no. It's not, I was like, good Lord, I don't know where that is. You're going to have to message them. So I did create a Facebook page. So from that date on, everything I get from the speakers, I do put in there as a location. So if you saw this on Voxer or something like that, or someone just sent you the link, just know you can go to that if you're part of Facebook. If not, and you hate social media, guess what? It's on YouTube. Just go to Jennifer Enlow and you'll have all the recordings for 2 million years we've been doing this. So thank you so much for everyone joining, and a huge shout out to our guest speaker today. I just want you to know, thank you, friend, for taking your time, especially at the end of June. Go give heart. We're all wrapping up big goals and running for that finish line. And you were so gracious to do that for us today and pour into so many women in so many different areas of Mary Kay and give your heart and soul. And so I just want you to know, I deeply, deeply appreciate you. And I just believe karma, and I believe what, goes around comes around, and I know it's going to come back to you tenfold. I love your earrings you have on. I have those. Those are some of my favorite ones we've earned. Like, so your earrings, like, wait a minute, I love those. So I'm going to be quiet and let you take over, gorgeous.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Jen, first of all, for asking me. It's funny that I wore these today. I had to wear top director earrings because it's that year. So I had to remind myself of who I am. You know what I'm saying, right? But thank you so much. Talk about go give. This is probably one of the most go give things I've ever heard of anyone doing. And I have not been consistent with the lunch and learns, but I do pop in and I do watch them. And so thank you so much for your heart and your generosity and organizing all that. One thing I could let you off the hook about right away is that you're not going to get any documentation or papers or scripts or anything from me, Jen, because I'm lucky I make it to the party, much less schlep all the things with me. So you're not going to have any handouts or anything to upload or download or anything from me. So I'm just going to talk to you from my heart today because it's June and I've been in prayer about this since you asked me. In one of the lunch and learns, I just want to tell everyone, because I know this goes from everyone from brand new beauty consultants to nationals. I heard it's translated and shared with other countries, which is amazing. This has to be like the most exposed Mary Kay training ever. And isn't that just a true testament of not only the company, but the people that the company is made up of? I don't know any other company on the planet that does things like this, giving of time and heart and training and just knowledge, just for no other reason, but to share with the rest of the Mary Kay world in hopes to make a difference. So kudos to you. Go give of go gives. That is just so amazing. But in one of the lunch and learns, you said that when you started this, you wanted to select people and you wanted to select women who emulate Mary Kay Ash, the woman. So when you asked me, I mean, talk about an honor, just knowing that that is where your heart was, and that's how you wanted to start these lunch and learns, and that you were intentional with who you invited. And I know we just became friends like 5 minutes ago on Facebook. We don't know each other very well. I know that you are, sometimes it's people that we watch, sometimes it's people who are recommended to you. So however it came to be, thank you so much. And I truly am honored and very, very humbled that you chose me. It is my goal to be a national sales director. Two reasons. The first is my daughters. I have 3 daughters, and you can follow us on Facebook, follow them on Instagram, not me. I'm not very good at it. I hire somebody to do my Instagram, but my girls are really good at Instagram. And we want to be the first, I want to be the first NSD that debuts 3 pink Cadillac daughters as directors when I debut as a national. So that is like in our heart of hearts. Our goal as a family is to be the first NSD daughter team with 3 pink Cadillac daughters debuting a national area. That would be super, super sweet. But mostly I want to be a national because I am committed to keep Mary Kay's dream, her legacy, her core values, and her priorities at the heart of this company and through the hearts of leaders and trainers in Mary Kay. And so I really have a heart for the woman. I have a passion for the company. I want this company to have longevity and be there for my daughters and granddaughters and their granddaughters. And I just really owe Mary Kay Ash my life because it's made me a better person. It's made me a different woman. I found Jesus because of Mary Kay. And it's just been such a blessed journey. I'm going to be super transparent with you, and I hope that that's okay. I think it is because of the way you started saying you're not showing your picture because you just got done with your trainer. But I think it's important, especially for consultants and directors who haven't really hit their first big goal yet, to know, because I know a lot of times you watch top directors, you watch Cadillac directors, you watch nationals, and you just think, oh, of course, Jeni Tjelle can do it. She's Jeni Tjelle. Or of course, Jen Enlow can do it. She's Jen Enlow. Of course, Jen Bessecker. We're all Jens. I'm like thinking of all the Jens. But of course, Jen Bessecker can do it. She's Jen Bessecker, and we think all these things of all these people. But the thing that you need to know is that we're in the grind too. And the things that you see on the scoreboard don't reflect today. And so when you first asked me, my gut instinct was to say no. I wanted to say no because we're not going to hit our goal this seminar year. We all have issues. We all have stuff, but we all get it twisted sometimes. And we think that our value and our self-worth is connected to the reflection of the scoreboard. And ladies, I am here to tell you that is not the case because the scoreboard only shows you what's in the past and what already happened. And it's a celebration of the past. And so I want to take you into the future because what you do today, whether you're finishing a June goal or whether you're hoping for July 1st to get here a little bit faster, it doesn't matter. Today counts. Today counts both ways. And so I just want you to know that you are who you are because of who God says you are and because of whose you are. And so don't let the scoreboard ever dictate your self-worth or what you think your value is, because you are not connected to your numbers. So when Jen first asked me, I waited a day to answer her because, like I said, I wanted to say no. We were clean on target, like beyond trip, and we were really set to be prestige. It would have been our first prestige trip this time. And I mean, we were going like gangbusters at the beginning of the year and pretty well into the first 6 months. And that's not going to be our story this year, but it's okay because I found joy in the journey. And we're pushing to the plan B finish, and we're going to give it our all and give it our guts to finish there. But I said yes, because God told me that somebody needed to hear that part of my story, that somebody today needs to hear that the goal you set back in July on July 1st, maybe is not going to come to fruition June 30th, but that's okay. And you can change anything you want to change if you just do the work. And so I want to talk to you a little bit today about the work, to not connect yourself to the scoreboard, and tell you a little bit of my story, and to encourage you to please just always be grateful and thank the company. Email our precious Mary Kay company and thank them for everything they do. You guys, they don't have to give the 600 wholesale jewelry. They don't have to give star points and prizes. And not only do they give these things to us, but they listen to things that are important to the sales force. And they do things to simplify your business and to support your business. And thank God we have directors in the Go Give area with such a passion for making a difference to the Go Give area. I'm so grateful for that. So when I started Mary Kay, I'll take you back a little bit. My grandmother was actually one of the first, she had one of the first beauty consultants in the state of Illinois back in the 60s when Mary Kay, the company, Mary Kay came to Chicago, and she was building outside of Dallas, Texas for the first time. And Chicago was one of the first areas that she targeted. And my grandmother met Mary Kay Ash at a guest event when Mary Kay did her own guest events. And she had a beauty consultant, one of the first beauty consultants in the state of Illinois. And so my grandmother used Mary Kay Cosmetics from the day I was born. I never saw anything else in our bathroom except Mary Kay products. Oh, shoot. I was going to bring a picture and show you my first Mary Kay makeover. I forgot it. Maybe I'll send Jen a picture and you can upload that in the Voxer group. But it's all Mary Kay makeup with the old rouge sticks and cream eyeshadow and the pearl lip gloss, the very coveted pearl lip gloss. And so I played with Mary Kay makeup as a child, and it was normal to have Mary Kay parties at our house. My grandmother had one about once a year for her beauty consultant. And then as I grew up, I was a teenager, and we had this hot new little whippersnapper young mom move next door to us. I was in high school and she had two young children, and I went and knocked on her door. I was always an entrepreneur at heart, even as a child. My grandfather was an entrepreneur. I kind of grew up that way. And I went to her door and knocked on her door and said, "I'd like to babysit your children." I didn't know. I heard she was a stay-at-home mom, but I didn't care. I wanted money. I wanted to babysit kids. I love children. So I went next door and I said, "Hey, Sheila, I want to babysit your kids. You know, my name is Jeni. I live next door. I live with my grandparents." And so sure enough, she hired me to babysit her kids. Well, you know how it goes. Anybody who's over a certain age, I told you that I've used Mary Kay the whole time, so you could kind of do the calculations. And back in those days, there were no cell phones, none of the technology that we have today. So basically you babysat because the kids went to bed at 8. You were able to pop in a pizza and have your girlfriends over and watch a movie. And that's how we babysat. And it was great money. And well, not at Sheila's house, because what I found out later was Sheila was a very successful free car driving consultant in Mary Kay Cosmetics. So when her children went to bed, she left me a laundry list of profiles to enter, orders to pack, a starter kit to clean, mirrors to clean, and products to label, and all the things that all of our assistants do now today, I had to do at Sheila's house. So I'm going to skip through the story. I am now married to my husband, and we were broke. We were broker than broke. Like, I mean, you guys, I can't even tell you. He went from making 6 figures down to $750 an hour in a career change. And I was pregnant in a high-risk pregnancy on bed rest with twins. And so I couldn't work. We had no money. My husband was working 3 jobs, and a friend's mom introduced me to Mary Kay. And I thought, oh no, I am surely not doing that. I went to law school. I am an entrepreneur. I am not, that is tacky. I am not doing anything like Mary Kay, because I remembered going backwards and labeling product and doing customer profile cards and babysitting Sheila's bratty kids and loading her starter kit up in the car where it was like 3 bags to the starter kit. And I wanted nothing to do with that tacky business called Mary Kay, where the women wore blue eyeshadow and drove pink Buicks at the time. No, ma'am, not for me. Well, God always has a plan. And so 5 years later, I started my Mary Kay business as a way to supplement our income. And I started with 4-month-old baby twins. My recruiter tried to recruit me for 4.5 years, and I kept saying no. But the thing that was different was that she had left me with Linda Tupin's Choices CD, or it was actually a cassette tape back then. And I listened to that Choices cassette tape front and back every single day, almost for the whole 4 years. And my recruiter was very smart. One day she called me because she had a goal. She was going on target for her car. And she said that if I was not ready to start my Mary Kay business, that was okay with her. But if I could please return the cassette tape so that she could pass it on to someone who needed the opportunity, she would appreciate it. Well, not my cassette tape. Linda Tupin, although she annoyed me at the time, was the most positive and happiest woman I had ever been in front of in my entire life. I could not give up my Linda Tupin cassette tape that had kept me happy for 4 years. No. So guess what? I signed my beauty consultant agreement so that I could keep my Choices cassette tape and keep listening to it. So always have a deadline. That's the first lesson in recruiting. Have a deadline and have some urgency, and don't be afraid to ask for what you want, because the only reason I signed my beauty consultant agreement, you guys, was because I did not want to give back that Choices cassette tape. My mother was a miserable, negative. She was a battered woman by my father. And so we grew up in a very scary home. And so my mother was not a happy woman. And she became this broken, not very confident shell of the woman that used to live inside of her soul. And so when I got that cassette tape by Linda Tupin, I thought, that's how I want to be. I'm not going to have that twangy Southern accent, and I'm not going to be annoying like that and so happy, but I'm going to be like that. I'm going to be somebody like that for my children. My children will never know the other side. They'll never know my mother. They'll never know why she was how she was. And I will not let myself be like that. But if I could be a little bit like this lady on this cassette tape, I know I'll be a better mom for my girls. And so that's the only reason that I signed my beauty consultant agreement, was to not give up my Linda Tupin cassette tape. So you never know. You might have somebody in your customer base, just like me, that just needs a little bit of positivity. So please don't judge people. You guys, I was a department store snob. Everything I had a name brand behind it. I did not wear the same outfit twice in high school, the whole 4 years, probably not even the same pair of shoes. We had money, but we were beaten every day. You don't know what's behind closed doors with some women. And Mary Kay saved my life and the life of my children. And this was not on my notes. I don't know why I'm sharing this with you. I've never shared my story before. It's just kind of coming out of my mouth, but I just prayed to God to please bless my heart and my words, and let the women who need to hear me hear my story and let it make a difference. So I already hate public speaking. I'm trying not to get emotional. I don't have a tissue in sight. And so if I get, cryy, sorry. But anyway, I just knew that I wanted to be different than my mother and my family. And so I listened to that tape every single day. And the only thing that I did for my business a lot of days was listen to cassette tapes of Raina Tarbett and Daylene White and Doretha Dingler. Some of you don't even know these names, but Pam Shaw wasn't Pam Shaw back then. We didn't have a Gloria back then. They were barely top directors when I started my business. And so I listened to like all the old school Mary Kay. I was Nan Stroud's last debuting director before she retired as a national. And so I had people who were trained by Mary Kay, and I listened to their training, and I played it in my rusty minivan with the wood paneling sides from the time my girls were babies. So to the mothers of young children, please play your Mary Kay. You've got apps. You have so many things. My girls, we barely ever listen to the radio. We listen to Mary Kay training. They could recite it now today. And you know what? They're different. They are different because of it. Fast forward more years. My girls are now, my husband and I will be married 25 years this year. I have those twin daughters are 23, I think. They're going to be 24. And my baby is 20, going on 21. And so 3 daughters, 23, and 20, and all in Mary Kay. And because of my Mary Kay income and the money that I made with my business, I was able to buy their childhood dance studio in our very small town to stop it from closing. Our dance studio in our town was going to close, but because of my Mary Kay income, I was able to buy it. You guys, I didn't want a dance studio. I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't want to deal with dance moms. The show Dance Moms is real. Those women, they're something. And I didn't want anything to do with that life. I was happy volunteering as a dance mom. But what we have been able to do within our community with this dance studio, we are making a difference through ballet shoes, tutus, lipstick, and pink Cadillacs. Like, it's amazing. My girls are training these little babies from the beginning that they could do anything and that they are valued and that God loves them. And we get to speak about Jesus in our dance studio because I put it in our contract that that's who we are. So the women who are coming to us because they know who my girls are, and my girls are who they are because of who I became, because of the people in Mary Kay who went before me and who trained me. So never doubt that in June. I'm going to give you some strategy in my last 5 minutes. So don't worry, I'm going to give you some nuggets to take some training so that you can finish your June goals. But I just first wanted to get to your heart, because you never know the women that you can impact. June is not a time to prejudge. June is not a time to worry or wonder. You've got to go no holds barred. You've got to jump in, both feet deep in the water, over your head with all your guts and all your grit and gumption, and make things happen. Find a goal and find a win for yourself. If you can't find a win for yourself, throw yourself into your team. Who is your recruiter? Does she have a red jacket team? If you're a red jacket, find a team goal. Let people get involved. The one thing about women is that we want to make a difference. We want to do different for people than we had. Don't you all feel that way about your kids? Where are my mothers in the audience? Don't you want more and better for your children than you ever could imagine for yourself? That's how we are as directors about our unit. That's how I want to encourage our red jackets to be for your team. Find a goal, find a victory, create it yourself. Even if it's just to win a Starbucks or an ice cream and you reward yourself, you find that victory and chase it. And I promise you, you'll come out different on the other side. Pray about your business. God will bring you the people when you show up and work. Look, here's the thing. I know that virtual has a place. I know that virtual, it helped us through the pandemic and through other things, and probably still now. It's a great supplement. But you guys, nothing will replace knee to knee, toe to toe. This is great because I could not fly to all your towns. And this is being used. Jen uses this platform exactly how it's intended to be. You can do the same thing with your parties, but you have got to find a way to get to the heart of women. We have oversimplified and dumbed down this precious business that Mary Kay Ash trusted us to. She said 10 parties in a month. That's what she said. Find a housekeeper and 10 parties a month. You guys, there is no excuses that we cannot hold 10 parties in a month, whether it's virtual, Facebook, Zoom. Find your platform and run with it. Because the one thing that I know, I could rebuild it myself if I had to. I can make minimum director production with my original red jacket team and what I sell myself. We've got to get back to the core basics of 10 parties a month. And I'm talking like, do I talk like that to all consultants who come in? No, because that's not what everybody wants. But I believe that if you show up here every Thursday at lunchtime, you're wanting something and desiring something from your business, and you joined for a reason. So make that reason count. Don't look at hardships in your life as a sign from God that your business isn't meant to be, or maybe you made the wrong decision. You guys, I could keep you here all afternoon telling you stories of things that happen. My friends who really know me, they know my story. I finished my last month of DIQ through 2 hurricanes, literal hurricanes. And a lot of you know me as the girl who went on Target for her first Cadillac and finished her first Premier Club the same week she lost her home in a tornado. That's me. It was posted everywhere. So I could have looked at those things as, well, maybe I'm not supposed to have a Cadillac because, maybe this is a sign from God. No, sometimes you've got to grow through some really hard times so you could come out stronger, because no matter what happens in my life or my business, nobody can convince me that there's a better opportunity out there. And nobody can convince me that this business doesn't work. You guys, we sell a product that gives us a 50% ROI. The banks in America, the stock market is garbage right now. You have pink boxes in your homes that you make a 50% profit on. And on skincare this month, 60%. We are still recognizing $300 weeks and 1,800 star quarters with a skincare set that we sell for over $200. If you do not take advantage of this month, what are we even doing? Like, everybody should be giving those hydrating sheet masks as free gifts with every order. Every unit member should be ordering hydrating sheet masks and their own skincare for a year. You save 60% on the skincare alone, and the masks are buy one, get one. I'm going to give every one of my customers, I'm going to mail them a thank you note with one of those hydrating sheet masks in it. Every single one of them that ordered in June. I'm including one in their order, yes. But after I finish my month of June, every single one of them is going to get a handwritten thank you note. Love me, with an extra hydrating sheet mask, just as a thank you for helping me and my unit reach our goal. And I'm going to do that over the July 4th weekend. You guys, we have to honor our customers. In most direct selling businesses, people who join have to sign so many people up for direct ship of a product that they may not necessarily even need just to make money. We get to have a customer-based business where we sell product, and a new beauty consultant could never recruit anybody and still make a viable income for her family. We have to stop dummying down this business. It is an opportunity of a lifetime, and it saves lives. And I know that because it saved mine. It changed me. I'm a different mother because of this opportunity, because of my senior director, because of Nan Stroud, because of Doretha Dingler, because of Mary Kay Ash. I'm a different person. I lead differently. I speak differently. I train differently than I ever could have imagined that I could have done. We just bought our second company because of my Mary Kay income. My son-in-law hated his job, and he was forced to go to college by his parents. He didn't want to go. He took a job because it was kind of the compromise in what he wanted to do, or what he didn't want to do. It was a compromise of the middle, and he hated it. He hated his job. And so I bought him a company that he gets to run now. We just bought a pool company, and it's seasonal work. So my daughter is going to be able to work all fall and winter, and he's going to be able to work all spring and summer, and their kids will never see the inside of a daycare. I would have never been able to do that, much less, even more important than the money, to have the confidence to know that I could coach, mentor, and train him to be able to do it. I never would have believed in myself enough without my Mary Kay training. And I was able to do that because of my Mary Kay business, because of party after party after party after party around kitchen tables in America. That's how I built this business. That's how Mary Kay started this business. And that's how we need to work this business. We have to get back to the party. We have to get back into hearts of women and invite them into this opportunity and start knowing that what we do makes a difference for other people. All right, I'm going to end it with some strategy in my last couple of minutes, because if anything, I'm timely and I have 4 minutes and 5 seconds. So I'm going to talk really fast. So if you are going for a huge goal, those of you who are going for a big goal, especially I'm talking to the directors. The first year my unit did $500,000. We finished $500,000, and I don't know the exact numbers, but I know I'm close. We recruited 67 qualified into our unit that seminar year, and we added $87,500 in retail credit from product that nobody paid $1 for under the Great Start period. through the ultimate bundles and the keep selling bundles. They count towards your retail credit, towards your unit club for directors. So you really want to look at the available keep selling bundles that are still available to your Great Start qualified within their 4-month period to see how many bundles you can have left to earn in your unit to max out your unit club this year. We literally had $87,500 in retail product that nobody paid a penny for. You guys, the 60% off, it's a money savings for your consultants, but all the retail counts towards her Princess Court, toward her court of sales, and towards your unit club and your unit standings. The buy one, get one hydrating sheet masks, all the retail counts. If you have 800 retail to finish your court of sales, you only need to purchase 10 boxes of those hydrating sheet masks to get 800 retail. You guys, those masks cost you about $1.25 wholesale. You can't even buy a mini to give your customers for that. I'd be giving those as free gifts to every guest, every customer, every face, every guest at a party. It is bananas how much free product is available to us in this June promotion between the sheet masks and the skincare. But please, don't wait until the 30th because they will start selling out and they will be gone. Max out now with your skincare. Sell it now. Reach out to your skincare customers. Offer them the microdermabrasion for free for reordering their miracle set now. You're not paying for it anyway, and you're getting them on an additional product. Offer them the facial peel or wrinkle filler half price for purchasing the repair set now because it's not costing you anything. I think the repair set costs you $86 wholesale right now. If you sell the lifting serum for $74 out of that set, you only spent $12 for every other piece of the repair set. It's amazing what you could do right now. You could do your production by yourself as a director by selling skincare and those sheet masks. And consultants, stock up on your skincare for yourself for the next year. Get those hydrating sheet masks, boost your retail credit. Don't quit. You can make magic happen in these last couple of days of June. And I'll leave you with this. Just remember that your worth and your value is never tied to the scoreboard. You are powerful with or without the numbers, but with your tenacity and your grit and your commitment and consistency, you can make magic happen so that the scoreboard reflects who you say you're going to be. Have a great month end, you guys. Happy seminar. Everybody needs to go this year. I hope to get to meet some of you in person at seminar. And I really, truly pray that you all hit your seminar goals and have a great year end. Thank you again, Jen.
Thank you so much. That was powerful. And I think, sometimes we go in a direction when we're talking, we're like, we don't even know where that came from, but it was because God wanted you to share that. Everyone always asks me, do you tell the trainers? And when they ask me what the trainer, I'm like, whatever. I have just truly believed to my core, they are going to say and train on what the people who are on need to hear. God always makes that work out for us. And I'm just like, I don't know, whatever you want to share, girl. It doesn't matter if they've heard something similar. It's going to be a different way. And so thank you, Jeni, for your time, your vulnerability, and your generosity to so many women. Your story is phenomenal. I did know about the Cadillac story. I was like, she's the one about the Cadillac story back in the day. And I'm like, yeah. So you were just so authentic and genuine and vulnerable. And I appreciate that. I always give a few minutes to anybody who wants to ask a question or affirm, Jeni, or anything that you need from this. Let me look I'm going to check real quick in the chat. Oh, me too, Sandy. Don't worry. I'm going to get that out soon so you can send it to her whole unit. It's amazing. Anybody can unmute if you have anything that you need to ask or say to Jeni before she goes. I always want to give that time.
Well, I'd love to say something. I'm Connie, and she is something, what she had to say today is something I really needed to hear, because sometimes we just get ourselves so beating yourself up about things that you don't need to beat yourself up. And like you said, when we look at the nationals, we think, oh, they're perfect. Of course they could do this, but we didn't all start out perfect. So it's been the most wonderful ride in my life. just being a part of Mary Kay and meeting all the people, all the wonderful women and men that are in Mary Kay. And so I'm so happy I was here to hear you today. And thank you.
I love that. Thank you, Connie, for sharing.
Yeah, Jenny, this is Carla. Thank you so much for just being transparent and telling your story, and touched my heart for sure. Yeah, y'all take advantage of those hydro masks. It's crazy how far it can get you. I've got a couple girls that were really close to a court. We sat down, pulled up their retail, divided it by 80, because that is the retail value you get for buying a mask. And one of them, actually, who's on here, Tracy, figured out that she only needs to get 12 masks, just buy 12. And she's done with her court. And I mean, it's, you see a big number, but when you actually work the advantage of what the company is giving you this month, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you for that reminder and everything.
I wanted to thank you too, Jenny, for sharing this afternoon. As a mom, it really touched me, and a lot of your experience, of your testimony, I can relate to with your mom in the situation, and just hearing your goal and your determination for NSD. It's going to happen. I see it for you. I believe in it for you. So I come in agreement with you that that will happen. And it's inspiring because I too have adult children. My oldest is almost 21, youngest almost 16. And I don't want them to have a mom like I had. I want them to have inspiring and feeling that they can conquer anything that the world throws at them. So again, thank you, and God bless you today in your journey with your business, and all the ladies that are on here, wherever God takes us. Just remember that, that we are here for him, that we weren't created to not be garbage when things thrown our way. We are his beautiful creation. So God bless you guys, and God bless you, Jenny.
Thank you for all of that. Anybody else? I'm looking as quick as I can at everybody because everyone moves around. That's the only thing I wish Zoom would fix. Once you're in a spot, you stay in a spot. As things go, I'm like, I saw them. Sandy, I'm sorry. I think that you had your hand up.
Oh, I know. I thought, well, maybe I'd be quiet today, but Jenny, your tears would have been beautiful. You spoke with heart, and then you gave strategy. What a great mixture. And we are inches away from the 300,000, and about 10,000 wholesale away. So, I have 4 of our unit members on today. And so I know they're going to take it to the others, and that we will make it. So thank you.
Oh, I love that, Sandy. We're going to be cheering you on. We can't
Sandy,
wait.
that's only 125 boxes.
Really? Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah, Sandy.
really? Okay, we got it done then. All right, you guys.
Yep, you can do that. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's awesome.
See, I know why I come on this.
I love that. Well, thank you all so much for making this so successful and taking your time to honor the guest speakers every week. And I will get this over to my office girl, and she's going to do all the techie stuff and get it on YouTube for all of you. And so I usually post it tomorrow morning, just so you know, just because my Thursdays get a little hairy, but it'll probably be on YouTube later today if you need it sooner than that. But we're cheering for you. I wish you all the best next 8 days, and run that race hard. It's just going to set you up for a great next year too. So have an amazing Thursday, friends.